What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to tell you that GRIMDARK Battles is returning in 2020. So if you don't know what GRIMDARK Battles, I understand. It's been a long time since I've done this little series. But basically, we pit two warriors of the Warhammer 40k universe against one another. Now they could be single battles, it could be a group battle, and it could be anything you really want to see. So basically what I do is I pick the characters, I give you their notable battles, their weapons, their armor, their war gear, and then I put them in a mock battle to see who would win. This used to be based on a poll. Basically I used to put a poll on here on Facebook, and as well on YouTube, and the winner would be the winner during that battle. However, that became a popularity contest, and the character that should have won oftentimes wouldn't because they're not as popular. I noticed that Space Marines always won because obviously Space Marines are the more popular. They are the poster boys of Warhammer 40k, so that made sense. So after about the first 2-3 videos, I decided to switch it up, and it was going to be based against the lore. So based on that character's lore, that's how the battle would be decided. The other thing too, though, is that once the battle was done and over, I gave reasons as to why that character won, and then I also gave counter reasons as to how that character could have lost. And then down in the comments below, it was amazing because you guys would be like, oh no, this character should have been able to do this, or why didn't you do that? So it just gives you so many more scenarios that I would have never thought about, and that's what makes GRIMDARK Battles so awesome. I was planning to do the reverse on a lot of these. Like for example, the first GRIMDARK Battles I ever did was Commander Farsight against Ghazghkull Mag Oruk Thraka of the Orcs. This battle, spoiler alert, Farsight won, but I was going to do another battle, the reverse. What if Ghazghkull won, and how that would have played out. So that would have been really cool. But before I do that, I wanted to start with a new GRIMDARK Battle episode. Season 1, we'll call it, had 10 episodes in total. Like I said, the first one was Farsight against Ghazghkull. Then came Abaddon the Despoiler against Chapter Master Dante. And then we brought it with the psychically powerful Eldrad versus Ahriman. That was a crazy one. Cato Sicarius against Imhotep the Stormlord was next, followed by probably the one I had the most fun making, Karn the Betrayer versus Kaldor Drago of the Grey Knights. And then we came to the Battle of Wrath versus Divine as Saint Celestine took on the Avatar of Cain. After this, we went off feral as the Swarm Lord took on Herald Deathwolf of the Space Wolves. And then we went from feral to cosmic mighty entities as the Nightbringer took on the newest god, Iniad of the Eldar. This is when I decided to switch things up, as we weren't just doing named characters anymore. I wanted to do a squad battle. So it was a squad of, I believe, 5 Gretchen against a squad of 5 Nurglings. And finally, we ended Season 1 with a Genestealer Aberrant against a Drukhari Grotesque. As you can see, these were, for the most part, named characters against named characters, but we did try to sprinkle in some new stuff with the squad battles, and then just a generic Genestealer Aberrant against a Grotesque. Now, if you want to see more of these, let me know down in the comments below. But for this video specifically here, I'm letting you guys know that the next battle for GRIMDARK Battles, the brand spanking new Season 2, will be a character that got a lot of recommendations throughout these 10 videos, and that is none other than the Thor of Warhammer 40k, Arjac Rockfist. Now, Rockfist is a beast of a man. He's a giant among Space Marines. He uses a freaking slab of, I think it's like ceramite or a rock or something like that as a shield. And the most badass thing is that he can toss his thunder hammer and call it back to himself, similar to how Thor does. but I think it's more about like magnets or some type of technology, which is pretty cool. I don't know why more Space Marines don't do this. But yeah, this guy is a beast in combat, and Arjac will be fighting somebody unknown. That is your guys' job. For this video, comment down below who you wish to pit Arjac against. It could be anybody, even those that have already fought in the GRIMDARK battles. But I'd rather prefer somebody brand new. Like I said, it could be a Primaris, it could be a Champion of Chaos, or maybe you want him to fight a horde of Tyranids. Let me know what you want him to fight. The video will be posted on Friday the 20th? No, Saturday the 21st. So I'm going to give you guys up until the 24th to comment, and then that's when I'll go into the comments and pull the most commented answer, and that's who he will fight, which will give me about a week or so to work with the background, the weapons, and create a scenario where these two warriors fight. And then come January 1st, 2020, this video will be unleashed. And the fun thing about this is that you guys get to also play a little bit into who actually wins. So, like I said, on the 24th, I'm going to look into the comments and pull the most chosen one. And then on that same day, I'll put a poll both on Facebook and on YouTube where you guys can decide who you think will win and why. That's really going to be very instrumental to see who wins the popular votes. But again, I thought that was very one-sided. So I'm going lore-wise, who's going to be the victor. But it's still, we can talk about why Arjac won based on what you guys said in the comments of those polls. So this is going to be a very interesting battle because Arjac is a monster. At least I know on the tabletop he used to be back in 7th edition. I played him a few times and he always did pretty good, at least for me. But these battles, like I said, they're not a tabletop rules going against that type of scenario. It's all based on the lore. So if the lore is shafting somebody, chances are they're not going to do so well. But you never know, because these GRIMDARK battles can go any way. We've had Colosseum type battles. We've had battles where they're inside of a Dark Eldar factory or torture chamber. So they vary from, I guess, GRIMDARK battle to GRIMDARK battle. It could take place on an ice planet. It could take place in the bowels of a chaos, I don't know, refinery, something like that. So you never know what's going to happen in these GRIMDARK battles. So really quickly, I'll give you a brief overview of who Arjac Rockfist is, just in case you're not familiar. That way you're not just throwing in a blind enemy for him to fight. So first and foremost, he is a member of the Space Wolves chapter. He is a Wolf Guard, meaning he's an elite warrior for the Space Wolves. Before he was interred into a Space Marine, he was a weaponsmith and a member of the Bear tribe of Fenris. Not just that, but he was massive. Like I said before, he's a giant among Space Marines, and that was true as he was a human. He was a giant among his tribesmen. So he was really well suited for the forge. He was big, he was burly, he knew how to smith weapons, and then you can't just have somebody with that type of demeanor just creating weapons. Somebody that big will be a beast in the battlefield, and that's exactly what he did. There was a time where Kraken started to come out of the seas and attack, and that is when he took the weapons that he was smithing and he fought these Kraken so heroically and so ferociously that he caught the eyes of the Iron Priests. This is when they're like, hey, we need this guy out in the battlefield. Like, we can't just have him making weapons. So ever since this battle against the Kraken of Fenris, he became a really powerful warrior. Now, if that doesn't show you how much of a badass he is, this guy is legit the go-to wolf guard of the Space Wolves. To put it better into perspective, he is the main wolf guard by Logan Grimnar. So that shows you that this mofo is a beast. That's all I'm going to give you right now. I'll go into more of his stats and other notable battles and weapons and war gear in the actual video. But again, let me know who you wish for this guide to battle. And if you don't know exactly how GRIMDARK battles work, I'm going to post the whole playlist at the end of this video so you guys can check it out. I've got 10 videos on there. Like I said, the first 3 or 4 are based on the popular vote. After that, I switch it up to more of a lore-based decision. So again, guys, I can't wait to see who you pick to be this guy's opponent, and I'll be looking forward to read your comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more things Warhammer 40k. If you like D&D and that type of thing, we do Dungeon Hammer, a podcast every Thursday where we talk about all things Dungeons and Dragons. If you enjoy these type of content, head on over to our Patreon page. A simple $1 a month goes a long way to bring you more epic content. And again, guys, thank you for all the views, thank you for all the loves, and let's finish off this year strong as we start the year with a brand new GRIMDARK battles. As always, this has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.